The skin by default is grey, so we will have to choose a skin color of our own. There's a variety of natural and natural skin tones DTI offers for default, which are great for starting. If we look down, we have the option to select a custom color from the color wheel. I'll be sharing some of my favorite hex codes for natural skin, so you can use them if you'd like. DTI has got multiple chairs for the players to create faces in, some in the free area and some in the VIP area. We'll have to choose the chair with the best lighting so we can get the most accurate preview of how the face will end up looking. Here we can find multiple sections: feminine, masculine, and toy codes. For this video, we'll focus more on the masculine section. At the right, we have the preset faces, the options for players who don't own custom makeup. Assuming you do own the Game Pass, since you're watching this video, we'll focus on the left side, where all the options for custom faces are. We got the eyes, eyebrows, lips, contour, and detail section. And inside the details, we have everything: eyeshadow, blush, nose, skin, and other. To start making our face, we will go with the eyes. You can choose any, but here are some of my favorite eyes for male faces.
Game over.
I'll go with these eyes for this tutorial. Once we select them, a pop-up will appear at the right side of the screen. There, we can choose the color. We have a palette and a color wheel for our own colors. The iris toggle is for the eye color. I recommend leaving this for the last, so once we have the face done, we can choose what eye color works the best. I usually prefer a desaturated color for this, unless it's a makeup where the eyes are meant to stand out. For example, in Evil Looks, where the eyes are usually a bright red. The next toggle is shading. Now, this is the most fun part. Depending on your skin tone, you'll choose if you want a lighter or darker shadow for your eyes. At the top, we have an opacity slide. This is a new feature and works to make the shadow of the eyes have more or less opacity. If you're looking for a more dramatic look or depth for your face, I recommend to go for a darker shadow. You can use color theory to make shadows blend better. Here are some of my favorite colors for the eyeshadow.
Game over.
Now we pass to the eyebrows. This section is really important because most of our emotions are expressed through them. Straight or sharp eyebrows for a serious or angry look, upturned for surprise or happy, furrowed for sad or concerned. Colors don't really matter here, so you can go for whatever you'd like. I personally like making the eyebrows match with the hair color, so I usually do the same hex but slightly darker or lighter depending on the skin tone for better contrast. Here's a list of my favorite eyebrows.
Game over.
Time for the lips. This part is hard because the TI tends to have really thick lips, and so it gets hard to have pieces with paired lips since bigger ones are hard to match with noses, usually overlapping and looking interesting. Here's a list of my favorite lips.
Game over.
Coloring lips tends to be hard. I recommend selecting your skin tone hex first and dragging the heart slightly closer to the red so it looks more flesh-like. Maybe it looks better slightly more orange or slightly more red, darker or lighter, saturated or desaturated. This will depend on the skin tone and vibe you choose, pretty much like the eyeshadow. Here are some lip colors I like.
Game over.
Well, as everyone knows, I love making my faces look dramatic, and to contour is what really gives the touch. I'll be using the detail section on other for this part, since I don't color contour like it's normally colored. First, I choose a contour. My favorites to use are from the feminine section. Remember to switch that before losing your head trying to find them. Now, once you've selected the contour, it will look a bit weird, so you have to color it. And oh my god, what is that? Now that's when the details come in. Go to set section, select others and scroll down. Then select the strongest highlight. Select your saved skin color and lighten it up slightly. You'll notice that, maybe, your contour is too prominent. It'll be easier to fix now that we have the highlighter on. You can play around with the hue and adjust the opacity as well. As always, a little list of my favorite hex codes. We're near done, yay! And now it's time for the fun part, the details. First off, before anyone kills me, we'll select a nose. Once I equip it, the nose usually is way too red compared to the skin tone, and that's why we have to check different hues and see which one cancels that red color. I also like making the color of the nose match with the contours. This is also very noticeable on dark skin. When we try lowering the shade of the nose all the way down, it looks weird since the highlight also turns dark. We'll play around with the colors and select which one makes it look the darkest without having to lower the brightness all the way down. My favorite colors are yellow, green and blue. Some of my favorite noses. And favorite hexes. This means that most of our face is done. You can leave it like this if you want something simple, but I like making my faces look more realistic. My way of making that is using the vitiligo detail and freckles. The details are something really interesting and fun to work with, and now it's all up to you. My favorite details are eyeshadows, which I recommend the female section for. I also like these eye bags a lot, on which we'll apply some color and opacity again to make them blend in. Scars and piercings are something really cool if you want to give your model more personality. And my favorite detail of them all, the bird. Why? I'm not really sure, but it works amazingly if you're looking for a more masculine or adult looking model. Here are some examples of how you can use details. For this last section, I'll be giving some tips on how to improve your faces. This can be applied to any face, male or female. This is really common in Dress to Impress, mostly with male faces, since, sadly, we barely get any varied makeup options for men in updates. A way to fix this is trying to use some female features. I do this regularly with eyes. I try to look for sharp or squinted eyes, since some of them are too big. Remember to try and play around with details. Maybe the face features are the same for the face, but using details you can make them look different and unique. Don't be scared to experiment. Do crazy eyeshadows, birds, piercings, or whatever you think will look cool. Having many options for skin colors will be very useful. Why? Because of contrast. I personally like doing lighter looks with a darker skin and darker looks with a lighter skin to make features pop more. Sometimes it happens that we don't have a wide variety of skin colors for our faces, maybe because we're scared of accidentally making a powdered donut face or because the coloring for some features sucks. You can always use the skin hexes I gave at the start. I hope this helps you go more bold with your looks. You shouldn't be scared to try things out, and you can always ask someone for help. My community posts are public for my subscribers, and I wouldn't mind giving some feedback for your faces there. With this tutorial, I focus more on the style I usually have for my faces. However, it's better to have different options. Maybe the theme is something cutesy and you'll panic because you don't have any cute faces. If you're looking for a softer style on your male looks, you can use lighter colors, less prominent contours and shadows, pastel colors for eyes, lips, and eyeshadows, and face stickers. I can do a more in-depth tutorial as a part 2 for cute themed male faces. I really hope that after this small guide and few tips, you learn something new. I love seeing people trying to play using the male body, and I'd be glad if more people decided to give it a small try using this tutorial. It's my first time making a video like this, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it and found it useful. If you like this new style of videos, give a like and comment about it, and don't forget to post the results of your style faces in my community posts. You can also comment below what other tutorials and guides you'd like to see from me. It doesn't necessarily have to be faces. I'm planning on implementing layering, hairs, and more. This is all for now. Thank you all for watching and for the support. See you guys in the next video.